Warning, STS Radio contains vulgar people, vulgar language, and vulgar ideas. If any of this offends you, kindly blow it out your ass.
Well, I think it's safe to say I'm pretty stupid.
Oh my goodness.
We were just recording the podcast for 5 minutes. And,
if you can call it recording.
Yeah, we thought we were recording. Then I looked down at the screen. I noticed the thing's not, the timer's not moving. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
This is one really short podcast,
yeah, really?
man.
Am I zoomed out that much? And it turns out we weren't friggin' recording, so Bruce can have a good laugh at my expense again.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So welcome back, 2.0.
Yeah, we were having internet trouble with part 1, so that's why we recorded it on Saturday, I think, and then and then we recorded this part. Well, we're recording this part today.
Yeah.
And as we were discussing when we thought we were recording, we thought we'd be clever and just come out and say, oh, yeah, that's our little tribute to James Gandolfini. The Sopranos just cuts to black, and our podcast just cuts to black, only we don't have black or anything like that. It just kind of sounded like Paula Deen for a minute. We ain't got no black, honey.
Well, one thing's for sure, you will not get another contract with the Food Network.
Absolutely not.
No, you're fucked.
Fuck. There goes my idea for the show, Better Eats. Fuck.
I thought your show would be Heart Attack Pizza or something.
Oh, yeah. Heart Attack Platter.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So here's the deal. Paula Deen says you put butter on. I say that is bullshit. Okay, you put butter on it after you deep fry it. Put powdered sugar on it. Put chocolate syrup on it, and you put all these little oils on it and whatnot, and then you throw the butter on it. That bitch is crazy.
And then add as much meat as possible.
Yes. I'm sorry. Meat is fucking awesome. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
Oh man.
I've thought about going vegetarian, but there's one thing that absolutely stops me every fucking time from doing it, and that is bacon.
I was gonna say bacon.
It's bacon. I don't care what vegetarians say. Oh, you gotta try the Morningstar bullshit. No meat burgers and blah 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 blah. I'm like, that's not a fucking burger then. That's just that's like compressed vegetables. That's not a fucking burger. That's
veggie burgers are definitely it shouldn't be called burgers.
But it tastes just like meat. How do you know? If you're a vegetarian, what do you know what meat tastes like?
It really should just be called vegetable patty. It's like a chicken patty. You don't call that a chicken burger, do you? Well, because I guess that's something different. That's a ground chicken, but a chicken patty is not a chicken burger.
Yeah.
In the same way that,
it's a veggie patty. I'd be okay with
that. It's a veggie patty.
Yeah. I'd be okay with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame calling itself the Music Hall of Fame and, putting LL Cool J and a bunch of other shitty acts in there.
Exactly.
But we're not that clever, though.
No.
Nah, again,
no.
We're not clever.
Nope.
All right, cue Eeyore. They're not clever. They don't have good ideas. They're just lazy. I lost my tail again. Yeah, man.
But dude, you texted me and said something that really pissed you off. What was that?
Yeah, I gotta tell you about this, man. So
you're just like, I got a fucking cast. I'm pissed, and I was like, I'm busy. I can't.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm busy jerking off right now. I'm not in the mood.
I was like, I'm pooping a lot.
Remember those ghost chilies you ate once? Now it's my turn. I ate them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was sending text messages back and forth with a friend of mine, and what if you really really want to get under my skin and just fucking really just piss me off beyond belief, there's a couple things to do, obviously, but obviously attacking my family, my friends, all that shit, and whatever. But one of the biggest things that you can do is basically just challenge my character, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, saying that I'm something that I'm not, you know. But yeah, I sent her a text and said, hey, what are you up to? And she's like, oh, I'm just going out to dinner with, you know, some friends to this place in Massachusetts. They like all this Thai food and all this, you know, hoity-toity Ethiopian fancy gourmet shit.
Hoity-toity Ethiopian.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard. Okay, go ahead.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, it's just you do realize. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
Yeah. So
We'll just gloss over that hoity-toity Ethiopian bullshit and go back to your circus of rage here.
my circus of rage.
Your circus of rage, which is about to ensue.
Oh no, don't do it. You know the storm that will unleash.
So, she's like, you know, I just don't dig that. You know, more of like a burger, you know, veggie burger. She's like vegetarian. She's like, I'm more of like a burger, you know, veggie, like pizza, beer type of girl. And in my head, I'm just going, fuck, where the hell have you been my entire life? But, she goes, well, what are you up to? And I said, you know, not much, just watching a little bit of Cinderella 2 with my niece. My niece was over here this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I don't really want to go to this restaurant place. And she's like, can you call up the restaurant and call in a bomb threat?
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, you know what, she's joking, that's fine. I'm just like, well, there's only so much I can do with my voice. You know, I think the
is Ventura. Listen, this is Jesse the Boy. I can't do Ventura.
Don't you do that again.
I just shouldn't try. I'm banned from certain voices, and that's definitely one of them.
Are there any voices you can do?
I don't know.
I've heard you sing like Kurt Cobain. That's pretty good. That's
not really hard to do. All you have to do is mumble and then scream a lot, though.
Yeah, but I mean that comes natural to you. But yeah, like
I can actually do a pretty good. The dude from the Crash Test Dummies. What's his name? Bradley, whatever.
Who cares?
I don't remember his name. The dude from the Crash Test Dummies. That motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, I can't really call the restaurant and just fucking do that. Like, I'm not going to fucking jail. Like, I'd rather watch Cinderella 2 than go to jail.
Like, this is fucking modern times. They can trace that shit, find me in, like,
yeah.
minutes, you know? Like, hello.
Yeah, this isn't like back in the days where, like, you know, your dad and your uncle were calling up a supermarket and just going, do you have olive oil in a can? Well, you better let her out, Popeye's getting pissed. And hang up.
Oh, shit.
So, you know, just joking back, I was just like, okay, here's the deal. I'll call in the threat for you. You come down here and shoot me for watching Cinderella 2. And there was a little bit more to that, but, like, basically what it was, like, I was just like, well, you know, I'm not going to call in the fucking bomb threat. I was just like, I can call you up as, like, a special needs nephew and just say I need your help because I did something. And she, you know, I just say, like, ha, 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 stop it. I was like, all right, well, you got to laugh out of that. All right, fuck it. And she knows I'm kidding. So I said, all right, well, here's the deal. I call up the restaurant with the bomb threat and whatnot, and you come down here and shoot me in the head because I'm watching Cinderella 2. And she goes, well, I think it's really sweet that you're watching it with your niece, but what's the matter? Are you too manly to watch Cinderella 2? And I was like, wait, what? Like, I'll pull up the text. Hang on, let me pull up the text here. This pissed me off.
Like, I have undisputable evidence. That...
like, I still have it in written form.
This bitch questioned my balls, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she goes, you know, what's wrong with Cinderella 2? I think it's very sweet that you're watching it with her. Or, wait, are you too manly to watch it? I said, yeah, the fact that I have balls makes me not want to watch it. Though I did tear up during a scene from Man of Steel, which I did.
Which we never did get to talk about, really.
Yeah, we did.
Well, look. Oh, yeah, that's right. We actually did. You said it was fucking because of Kevin Costner. Okay, I remember now. I'm sorry. See what happens when you put a couple of days of distance in between an event there?
Yeah.
You're fucking retarded.
Yeah, so... yeah, so she just says, oh, that's lame. Is it lame? If I told you it wouldn't be lame, you might say, you know, oh, Fatty's got a heart. You know. And I said, besides, Superman's way better than Cinderella. And then she calls me a name that just set me right off, dude.
I was gonna say, if that's what set you off, then
no.
you need to go to anger management.
No, she set me off. She set me off by calling me a sexist.
A sexist?
Yeah, a sexist.
A sexist.
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 Yes, sexist. How many times do we have to say this? Sexist.
Did you ask her on what grounds? That
Pretty.
she formulated this opinion?
Sort of, kind of, not really.
You just kind of like lashed out at her and said, "You're like fuck you." You're not like, "Why do you think that?" You're just like, "Fuck you."
No, I wasn't like fuck you. I was just basically like taken aback. I was just like, I teared up during Superman when his Earth father died, saving the family dog from a tornado. It was powerful and made me think about when I almost lost my dad. Pretty lame, huh? And I said, it's not sexist. I just think it's more relatable and interesting to watch a guy with superpowers saving the world, though I've put on a dress or two in my life. Cinderella would be more relatable if I were a sexy bitch.
Surely there was more to this. I don't see why she would call you sexist on the grounds that you cried at Kevin Costner.
So I said, do you really think I'm sexist, or are you just busting my balls? And she goes, oh, a little bit of both, and she's kind of laughing about it. She says, if you really didn't want to watch Cinderella with your niece because you're too manly, that's definitely sexist. I said, it's not a case of being too manly. I did watch it for a bit, but to me it wasn't entertaining. It was pretty much an unnecessary forced sequel. I don't consider myself too manly to do anything or watch anything. I'm honestly insulted. She goes, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. I said, last thing I ever want somebody to think is that I'm some sexist pig when I'm not. Granted, I laugh at sexist jokes, i.e. it's hard for me to be manly when I have boobs. But the last thing I am is a filthy sexist pig. So if I came off as sexist, I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention. But I mean, just I
don't see how the fact that if you, I don't know, I don't really completely see her point. How she's drawing a conclusion to, like, you never really claimed that you were quote too manly to watch Cinderella 2.
No, I never.
So did. So that's kind of the first flaw there. And the second thing is, even if you did say that, it doesn't make you sexist necessarily. It just means that, I don't know, you have balls and you don't feel like watching a chick flick. That's perfectly normal. I mean, there's a reason they're called chick flicks. It's because chicks are more or less going to be more attracted to them.
Yes,
but that doesn't mean that that's always the case.
That is the target audience for said flick.
Right, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be the case. I mean, there are going to be men who are attracted to that film as well. I mean, I think a good case for that would be like, say, I really dig two quote-unquote chick flicks, and that would be Mean Girls and Easy A. Easy A, I actually think, is fucking hysterical, and I know you haven't seen it, but you really should check it out, even though it is a quote-unquot chick flick. But
hey, look, dude, I've sat through my share of chick flicks before, okay? I mean, I've had girlfriends in the past.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen Mean Girls, but a chick gets hit by a fucking bus. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, it's funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody getting hit by a bus is funny.
But I mean, just because Lindsay Lohan is, it does not mean it's a piece of shit. I mean, I've actually sat through that movie a couple of times, and there are parts that I really enjoy, are very funny. But anyway, point is, I mean, it's not like, you're saying like, oh, I don't like women because I don't watch these movies that I'm not particularly interested in. Yeah, like, that's bullshit.
But I mean, just the fact that I was called a sexist when I'm fucking not. It's that really fucking set me off.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what the fuck? Like
that'd be like saying that I hate all bad actors just because I don't like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't really compare.
Yeah, there goes my argument for not liking Kevin Costner now.
Exactly, right. Now you're fucked. Now you can't cry at that scene.
If I ever run into him, I'm just gonna punch him in the eye like, you made me cry, you bastard.
You shouldn't have.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
I'm sorry, I just love playing that. Oh, man. But yeah, man, like when somebody...
I don't know if I would have been insulted by it, but it is kind of... I definitely would have taken it back, sure.
Well, I was insulted only because, like, how could I not be insulted? Like, via text message, somebody said something, A, you don't get the tone of their voice, so you don't know if they're joking or whatnot. If we were having, like, a conversation in person, like me and this girl, then, no problem. I could pick up the tone of voice, just tell if she's joking or if she's fucking serious or whatnot.
Yeah. Or even here, I mean, you could tell. I mean, like, by voice at least.
Yeah, like
By
I can tell when you're busting my balls and when you're serious, and
Right.
99% of the time you're fucking busting my balls. At least I hope you are.
Yeah, more or less.